This was a test of NOAA Weather Radio, All Hazards Station WXL-40's warning alarm system. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers can be automatically activated to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of these receivers, and this alarm system, are normally conducted each Wednesday, between the hours of 11 a.m. and noon. Broadcasts for WXL-40 originate from the National Weather Service in State College, Pennsylvania. The transmissions for WXL-40 are from the tower facilities provided by WITF and WHPTV, located atop of Blue Mountain north of the city of Harrisburg, operating on a frequency of 162.55 MHz. Reception of these broadcasts will vary at any given location. The variability, usually more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, will occur even though you are using a good quality receiver that's in good working order. Repeating, the National Weather Service has just activated the public warning alarm tone to test its operating readiness. We will now return to our regular program schedule. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency. Multiple robberies are occurring in large cities north of Interstate 80. These cities include, but are not limited to, Erie, Williamsport, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and more. There is no way of stopping these robberies. Some sort of superhero alliance is forming in Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia to stop all these robberies from spreading into neighboring states. The heroes are currently unknown, but as soon as we receive more information, we will broadcast it. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio and Commercial Radio for further updates. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency. Multiple robberies are occurring in large cities north of Interstate. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency. This is an update to the previous civil emergency message issued an hour ago. The superheroes have been identified in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They are Bad Boy, who is approximately 9 years old, weighs about 90 pounds, has no powers, but has cool gadgets like a grappling hooks, and a thing that will get stuck in anything. And, finally, there is a Eton Zone Guard. No, Tom, did you mess up the script again? Well, if you did, you are a piece of crap. I am going to end up writing the scripts myself from now until the end of time. The final superhero is Supergirl. She is roughly 12 years old, weighs 110 pounds, and has really cool powers. From 1 to 10, these powers are 100 out of 10, they are that cool. She has the ability to fly, has X-ray vision, and can have the ability to shoot Zone Guard pluses out of her eyeballs. What the actual fridge, Tom? You are a piece of shizzle with these scripts. That's it, you are banned from making scripts for 10 years. Anyway, sorry about that POS, Tom. You may know him from the console replacement system. Anyway, back to the normal script. Supergirl's final power is to shoot lasers out of her eyeballs. They may be required as the robberies are spreading into the central and southern parts of Pennsylvania and into New Jersey and Maryland. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio and commercial radios for further updates. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency. This is an update to the previous alert issued earlier. The robberies are now moving into New York, Delaware, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, and surrounding states. If the superheroes don't stop these villains, the villains will move into neighboring states, and beyond to the whole United States. A national emergency may need to be required. There is one more superhero I forgot to mention in the previous alert. That is Spider Kid. He is 10 years old, weight 105 pounds, and has little or no powers. He has the ability to shoot spider webs from out of his hands, and that is pretty much it. The superheroes are currently moving at a very slow pace. Multiple superhero alliances are forming in cities in neighboring states including, but are not limited to, Atlantic City, New Jersey, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Wilmington, Delaware, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Cleveland, Ohio, and more cities in the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic, and the Great Lakes area. As of 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the villains are moving towards 2 nuclear power plants and 2 teams. Team A heads to the Indian Point Nuclear Power Plant in Buchanan, Westchester County, New York. Team B is heading to the Sharon Harris Nuclear Power Plant in New Hill, Wake County, North Carolina. Both teams A and B will reach their destinations in 36 hours. Stay tuned for further updates on this dangerous situation.
We interrupt our normal programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted normal programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WNBC. We will continue to serve the New York City metropolitan area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area now. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New York City metropolitan area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. I say again, this is not a test. The robberies that have been occurring in the northeastern United States have spread into the entire United States of America. The 2 teams headed to the 2 nuclear plants are at their designated locations and about to fire 2 bombs that will release radioactive materials from the plants in 24 hours. This cannot be stopped by any superhero, unfortunately, but there is one possible way to stop this from happening. The superheroes take down the villains and to disarm the bombs. Take cover now in case the bombs explode. have food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio for your stay in the shelter. Tune to 770 AM for more information. Stand by for a representative from the President of the United States.
Good afternoon, my fellow Americans. Earlier, two unknown people were headed to two nuclear plants, the Indian Point Nuclear Power Plant, and the Sharon Harris Nuclear Power Plant. They will fire bombs that will explode in 12 hours. Superheroes, we need you now. Take cover immediately. I repeat, take cover immediately.
That was a representative from the President. Tune to 770 AM for further information on this national threat. This is an emergency action termination. All clear for the United States. The national threat is diminished. I say again, all clear for the United States. The national threat is diminished. You may now exit your shelter.
This is K-Love 1069 from Camden, New Jersey. As you just heard, the national threat is over. We are now resuming normal broadcasting.
Civilians have been taken to a federal prison at an unknown location. The superheroes that have helped us through this, thank you. It is now time to reveal the superheroes' real identities. Bad Boy is James Hood, from Chicago, Illinois. He likes fighting crime and the weather. He says his main weather radio station is KWO39 Chicago. Spider Kid is Peter Holmes from Charlotte, North Carolina. He also likes fighting crime, and is interested in the weather and storm spotting. He says he wants to be a Skywarn spotter when he grows up. Also, he says his main weather radio stations are WXL70 Charlotte, KHC27 Rock Hill, and KJY85 Mooresville. Finally, Supergirl. Boy, this is gonna be a tough one here, folks. I think we will skip this one. Fine, we'll do it for the people. Well, here it goes. Supergirl is Hope Marcus, from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. She only likes fighting crime, but has a small interest in the weather. She says she will not describe her interest in the weather, unfortunately. Once again, FEMA would like to thank everyone for their cooperation during this national threat. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. FEMA would like to thank everyone for taking shelter during the last couple of days. Civilians have been taken to a federal prison at an unknown location. The superheroes that have helped us through this, thank you. It is now time to reveal the superheroes' real identities. Bad Boy is James Hood, from Chicago, Illinois. He likes fighting crime and the weather. He says his main weather radio station is KWO 39 Chicago. Station KIH-28 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Dangerous weather situations, especially those receivers can be automatically activated to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of the signal are normally conducted by the National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon. If there is a threat of severe weather during the normal test time, the test would be postponed to the next available good weather day. Reception of this broadcast, and especially the warning alarm tone, can vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable from greater distances from the transmitter, can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in perfect working order. The warning alarm tone will be activated for hazardous weather watches and warnings affecting the following counties and marine areas near the city of Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, Berks, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, Montgomery and Philadelphia. In New Jersey, Burlington, Camden, Cumberland, Gloucester, Hunterdon, Mercer, Monmouth and Salem. In Delaware, Kent and Newcastle, including Upper Delaware Bay. And in Maryland, Cecil, including Chesapeake Bay north of Pools Island. This concludes the weekly test of NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station KIH-28, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you for listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards.